Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. Tfue. Plenty of you might know Tfue most for Fortnite, but he's more than just a gamer. The man really knows how to put on the show through his vlogs, occasionally performing some outrageous stunts. In this case though, the moment was caught by temper while Tfue was still living at the Face house. As he was boarding down the hill, suddenly a car came around the corner, forcing Turner to brake heavily. Luckily, the person driving, who so happened to be Face K, was just as quick to react and almost braked when he saw Tfue coming down. If not, the YouTuber would have easily been left with far worse than just a few bad scrapes on his arms.
Oh, yo, it's good. Yo, you okay? Yo, your car's fine. Yo, your car is fine, by the way. It's completely safe. Bro, I'm so happy it was you and not someone else. I saw a kid go under the car, bro. I didn't even know it was you.
Mr. Beast. No doubt in my mind that you folks watching know Mr. Beast, especially for his videos where he gives away thousands of dollars to lucky people. Before this, YouTuber's career really took off with those types of videos though. He was still finding his footing in the YouTube sphere with videos like, well, these sort of. Basically, there was this trend on YouTube where people would almost die from a fidget spinner and use it as clickbaiting the thumbnails. So Mr. Beast used this opportunity to mock a bunch of bad YouTube channels. It's too bad, as attempts actually led to him having to get stitches when it came time to test the fidget spinner against the Coke bottle. If anything, Mr. Beast is lucky he had those glasses on, or all he got was a glass shard on the side of his face.
Okay, that didn't really work, so now we're just gonna do Coke versus Coke and pray I don't die. Ooh, oh shoot, I'm bleeding. Alright, note to self, boys. Don't smash the Coke bottle against the Coke bottle. That's ironic. That's really funny. Now I'm starting to look like that girl who did hers. That thumbnail that I was... Ew, this is disgusting. Why is blood so gross?
Preston plays. Okay, so I never paid much attention in biology class, but I do know at least that it's the norm to have your tonsils taken out when you're still a kid, maybe around 6 or 7 years old. For Preston though, he had those bad boys in until he was 24, and it's kind of similar to chickenpox, where you can only have it once and never again, right? But if you have it and you're a fully grown adult, then the symptoms are way more severe, and that's what happened with Preston Plays and his tonsils. Basically was getting sick on a weekly basis for a while until a doctor took a look at his golf ball sized tonsils. Yeah, those things were inflamed like no tomorrow. He had a lot of trouble breathing up until the surgery, and if he were to catch the flu at some point, he potentially could have died from a bad infection.
Surgery, and I've never had surgery before, at least not to this extent, but I had my tonsils removed. Oh, and before every comment's about hairy legs. Okay, let's just go ahead and click off of that. But they had to take them out, and my tonsils were like golf ball sized, huge. 2 of them in the back of my throat, almost touching. Who knows, if this could have gone on, my immune system could have gotten so weak that if I would have gotten something like the flu, I could have legitimately died. And so, yeah, the recovery time was supposed to be an estimated time of about 2 weeks or so, but when you're an adult, it takes longer most of the times, and of course, I'm almost 24 years old, so I do I classify technically as an adult.
Jelly. According to the man himself, Jelly has almost died not once, not twice, but thrice. So let's take his word for it. The first moment here that we're going to show you is that from a vlog in Miami, right after going to see some alligators, which is already dangerous enough for me. Jelly and his girlfriend end up going to the beach, and oh my god guys, it's pretty wild how we almost drowned. Just watch. The next clip of Jelly in which he almost dies happens to be when he's on a ride at a theme park in Gothenburg, Sweden. Granted, you'll see a fair share of accidents happen on these swing rides because they're not always well maintained or generally the safest. So for Jelly, when he starts to go really fast, you can tell he's actually a bit scared for his life. It could even be slipping out just slightly, I guess.
Oh, we're going a little bit faster now. And I'm starting to get dizzy. This is scarier than the other.
In the last clip, we have a Jelly. I suppose he must have been traveling through Europe back in 2016 because now we find him at a theme park in Germany known as Penna Style. And I gotta say, the park looks like a lot of fun, unless you're in Jelly in this instance, since he kind of just bangs his head on a pole really hard while he's on a roller coaster. Yeah, it didn't sound pleasant.
This is good. My head! my head on this pole. Oh.
Kelly, hold on to my camera.
That's all the time we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.